Hey there, welcome to Toledo's #1 digital weather show. I'm meteorologist Kaylee Bowers, and we have an applause already, Tim. That's awesome.
It's not for me.
I think everyone give a round of applause for Tim Miller.
Thank you.
There we go.
It's because Ryan's not here, maybe.
Oh, you even got some woos, too. Did you hear that?
How about that?
Tim Miller is joining us this week, guys.
Jumping in, thanks for asking me.
Hey, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
And it's not just us on Off the Radar, our
course not.
awesome Radar Rangers. Hi, guys. Hello.
Rangers.
We've got...
I missed it.
Oh, hold on. I'm going to introduce you, Mark.
Yeah,
We've got Mark. And we've got Tiffany.
Hello.
And look who's back in the control room this week. We've got Alexis and Tim.
All right.
We had
Tim
Kaylee and
Tim
Kaylee
Tim.
last week. Now we have Tim and Tim
See,
this week.
Tim and I were the original multiple name people in the newsroom until all these Kayleys came around. So
we kind
Right.
of took
How are
over.
we going to how are we going to tell the difference on this?
So how do we do it in the morning, Mark?
Well, I guess Tim back there.
Yeah, I'm Tim.
And
Even
you're
though I was
the-
here first. I was here before Tim.
you were here by what, like maybe a year?
Yeah, something like that.
2006 were you here?
I started here in 2002.
Oh, okay. I was 2007, so you have me beat
Yeah, I got you
by a lot.
by a bit.
By a lot.
Tim, where did Tim come from? Why were you Tim and you're not Tim?
I think Ryan just like started calling me Tim, and
That
it
sounds
stuck.
like a Ryan thing.
Doesn't it?
Yeah. We just all got confused. Which Tim are they talking about? Who needs what
yeah.
from who?
And you can even say Tim M because you both have M's for your
both
last
right.
names
I know,
too.
It's like whenever there's a birthday card floating around in the newsroom and you want to sign it, I have to write Tim Manor.
Yeah, I have to do Miller. Just so they know who we're talking
Tim
about.
M. I have to write the whole thing. So
True. Hey, Alexis, we've missed you the past 2 weeks. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm good. Well, happy to be back.
We have
Working.
missed you so
Yeah.
much.
Does she want to share where she was? or?
You are more than welcome to share if you want to.
Oh, I just went on a little spring break cruise with the family.
Oh.
It was
bougie.
warm and nice,
yeah.
and we had a lot of fun.
You came back and it was warm here too.
It
so
was.
you
I
brought it
actually
with
said
you.
that when we came back. I was like, oh, it's not that much different here.
You brought it with you.
I did. You're welcome.
Alexis, can I ask how many meltdowns were there? And then let me ask how many meltdowns the kids had too.
Yeah. I mean, they're kids, so yeah.
Well, you had your husband too. He had a meltdown.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's the parents,
The
right?
pool
Dealing with
drinks
it.
were flowing, so we were good.
Well, there you go. Well, glad to have you back. We have almost the entire Off the Radar team here. That's why we have Tim hanging out with
Right.
us. Just Tim, but we also have Tim. So it's triple Tim, technically, I guess. But Tim, how we typically start Off the Radar, we
Okay.
go our viral top 3 weather videos. We scour the globe for some really
Scanning
cool
the globe.
video. And
Okay.
I always ask first, and Rangers don't answer this for Tim just yet. Where do you think we're going first this week?
I will say Denver because that's the first city I saw behind me here.
Rangers, where do you think we're going this week first?
Japan.
It's always Japan.
Best team always should be Japan. But where are we going?
We are going first this time over towards the Rocky
I
Mountains.
was
So
close.
a little bit of the Texas Panhandle.
close.
So you're
Okay.
really close. They saw some very strong storms over the week. Do you see that tornado?
Is that a wedge tornado because it's so wide?
I believe so, but you can also see just a little
Yeah,
bit of
the
it
funnel.
touching down right there. But absolutely insane. That cloud, the lightning, and the wind. Would you guys ever want a storm chase?
I know Ryan
No.
has in real life.
It'd be fun.
I don't know, but look at Tim coming with the proper.
I know.
terminology.
She just threw out that
I don't know
wedge
if that was
tornado.
right, but
Is that a wedge tornado?
It caught me off guard. I was like, Ryan, what?
I put her on the spot. I will say, as a reporter over the years, I wouldn't say chased tornadoes, but there have been times that I've been sent out.
Yeah.
And I can remember being, I want to say it was like in Henry County one year, and we were driving around, and eventually we all caught on that we have to be situation places that are safe instead of just going to get that video. So there was one point where I think the photographer I was with, she got a little panicked. She thought
Yeah.
we were a little too close to the storm. We didn't see a tornado that day, but there was some rotation around. So
It's just enough. Where
That's
you have to
scary.
keep your eye on the radar and communication with the meteorologist.
exciting
Just
but
enough.
scary at the same time. You have to be very safe.
I will be
Ryan
completely
Who
honest.
Man, right?
What?
Ryan Who Man. We got Tim here. We don't need him.
We love Ryan. He's enjoying a day off, but I'll tell you what. As a meteorologist, you think I would want a storm chase? I don't want a storm
I
chase.
wonder that.
I really don't. I have colleagues and friends who love it.
Right.
I'd rather stay in studio.
There are plenty of people
afterwards.
who will do
I
that.
know Ryan does storm chase, or he has.
He used to when he was in college.
Yeah, I think he did.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
He said that the number one most injuries in a storm not related to the tornado are all car accidents.
Yeah.
That makes
yeah.
sense. I believe that.
But yeah, to get a little real here on Off the Radar.
A little too real.
Well, we are still sticking with the storm theme. We are looking
Yeah.
at our second video. We're going to go up towards Minnesota, where they saw some more strong storms. I believe that was Monday. They were under a level 4 moderate risk. So a lot of very heavy rain, some strong winds. And as far as that lightning goes, right there, just insane.
That's the kind of storm that just envelops the road in no time. And all of a sudden, you're not sure if you should drive through it. So be careful in situations like that.
Mark, you're a big nature and photographer guy sometimes.
Yeah.
Have you ever caught lightning on video? Or
Oh,
pictures?
sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. I like that you're not having any snow up there at the moment. That's good.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We've
Two
turned
out
a
of
corner.
two. So far, no snow.
Well, just remember, we have 3
Yeah,
videos and
just
we're only
wait
on
for
2.
it.
Oh, no.
Speaking of our number 3 video,
Okay,
we are
here we
going to
go.
go over towards Portland, Oregon,
Oh,
but no snow.
I thought that's where you were headed.
look at that tail.
Snow.
Very cute.
Yeah, Tim, we've worked a while together. You know I'm a big animal lover. We love talking about our
Yes.
dogs. Of course, I always have to showcase an animal video every week.
Is this a bobcat?
These are cougars.
Oh, okay.
You were close, though.
I know. You went to OU, and my daughter goes to OU, so I thought this was a bobcat.
I was hoping it was a big old bobcat.
Big old
I
bobcat.
wish. I mean, they look very similar.
Tim and I always
honestly.
laugh about that
Yeah.
viral video.
Classic viral video. If you look up big old bobcat, it's a great video.
So these are
This one is
cougars.
too.
They don't have the bobcats have the little things
Little
on their
points.
heads.
And they have little
Points.
nubs on their tails, too, I believe.
Oh, okay.
But just some little cougar cubs at the Portland Zoo.
Oh.
I have a puppy who's been acting like a cougar towards me lately.
Oh, what has Sunny been doing now?
Well, she just got spayed last week, so she's, feeling a little irritated about everything and has the cone around her neck. So for some reason, when she's not calm, she starts biting me.
Oh.
So, but
you,
I imagine
just you out of the whole family?
for some reason it's me. I don't know why. I'm nice to her usually.
You're her one,
That's
Right.
true.
Yeah,
You're her
she's the one-
person.
Someone said that sometimes pets will identify one person in the family where they're a little more aggressive too. So
That's
working
me
on
with Jovi, but we wrestle back and forth, so she knows I'm the one to house, rough house with. So
it. Okay. Well,
It's dad.
Don't puppies
know.
always have
It's not
sharp
working.
teeth and all that?
she's already like
True.
60 pounds. She's only 6 months old, so
Oh my goodness.
she's pretty powerful. I gotta be
Gonna be
careful.
a big girl.
Yes.
What's her estimated weight gonna
About 85 pounds. She's a golden
Okay.
retriever. First time we've ever had a golden.
Aw,
So
they're the best.
that's-
she always had huge paws, and everybody said, "Go by the paws."
Yeah.
yeah, they
I
grow
believe
into
it.
the paws.
That's
be? You'll
very
be getting
true.
the big bags of dog food eventually.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we're getting there. We already had to upsize the crate. So
Oh my gosh.
That she sleeps in it.
She's just growing. I mean, she'll be bigger than these cougar cubs soon.
These look calm though compared
Well-
to how she's been lately.
So Sunny is jumping on trees.
No, she eats trees. She bites trees, eats the fence. She's teething right now too, so it's kind of like a double whammy.
Well, eventually she'll lose her teeth, and then she'll get her big girl teeth.
Her big girl teeth are coming in.
And then it'll be really
I'll
fun
show you
for
my
ya.
arms.
Oh. Oh my goodness.
She's growing, so
The big girl
getting-
teeth are better. They're not as like needle sharp.
They don't hurt.
correct.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like I feel like puppy teeth are equivalent to like baby hands.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
like they just like baby hands have like that super strong
Razor
grip.
sharp.
Like
Yes.
puppy teeth are so razor sharp. Like they're gonna
They
get you.
Well, and baby's fingernails are razor sharp.
Yeah,
too.
that too.
So, yeah.
I was
Scratch their
going
own
to
self.
say, some little, when you have kids, and sometimes they latch on with their teeth.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
Mark's like, I know this firsthand.
I know.
Mark, what was that sound again?
Yeah, you gotta do that again.
Is that like,
Oh, yeah.
what's that scream, the Wilhelm?
Oh yeah. You never heard of the Wilhelm scream?
Apparently not.
don't know what that is.
It's famous.
Public domain scream that's in so many movies.
Oh.
Yeah, look it up. It's great. It's
Okay.
a neat thing to look at. But
See, we learned something on Off the Radar. How about that?
Oh,
Mark
we
and I
learn a
talk about
lot.
this
Tim
on
is the
Off the
king of
Radar.
movies, though. He knows all those.
I'm just a king of useless information.
Well, Tim, that's going to come in handy because coming up in our next block, we are talking about our wild weather predictions of 2025. We're doing kind of a recap / a check-in because we're already a fourth of the way through the year already, which is crazy to think about.
We sure are.
So we're going to talk more about that coming up on Off the Radar right after this. And welcome back to Off the Radar. Now, Tim, earlier in 2025, we did a little wild weather prediction with our crew, but it's interesting because at the time we just pulled Ryan, myself, Tim, and Alexis.
Okay.
So we're going to talk about not only your prediction, but Mark's prediction and Tiffany's prediction
too.
coming
Okay.
up first. But I do want to check in as far as what our 4 predictions and how they're doing
Right.
so far for this season. Guys, what do you think of this so far? Tim, Alexis, are you happy about it? Do you remember your predictions?
I do. I think.
Ooh, Tim, that's a good one.
Yeah.
You
that
guys see it in my
that one
block,
was
yeah.
too easy. I think.
That's just Ohio.
Right. I don't think I lent myself to something because it was supposed to be wild weather prediction. Right? It says right there. That's not really. So maybe I won.
I think
but
we had that once, didn't we?
I think we did.
80s to
right?
30s.
Might have. We're going to talk about Tim's in a moment.
Take the
Tim's
win,
in a
Tim.
moment. What, Mark?
I said, take the win.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Whether it's first place, second place, third place, it's not a race for us here on Off the Radar. Now, Ryan's is definitely in last place because we have not seen a 90-degree day so far for the season. But we've seen a lot of freezing days so far this season.
But you think by the time we get to, say, September, those 90 days start adding up. So we'll have to stay tuned on that one.
It's going to be
We're going into month 5 here, so there's still
Right.
plenty of time.
I still can't believe it's going to be May already
Right.
soon.
It's don't. I'm not. gonna do
No,
that.
do it, Tim. Do it.
Oh, now I have to.
Alexis will.
Gotta be
Let me
mine.
get the camera. Okay. All right, you do it. I'm gonna put the camera on you here.
No, I don't know.
yeah.
She just did it.
This
You're
is the
putting her on the
perfect
spot.
time. This is
It's gonna be mine.
It's gonna be May.
And for those of you watching on April 30th, when we're recording this, is very accurate.
Yeah.
But I mean, tomorrow,
Right.
It's already May.
it's already.
Do you guys think Justin Timberlake is saying close enough to May? Because I think he's
said-
publicly commented that it doesn't sound like that, but I think it does.
it does.
100% sounds like
Yeah.
it's supposed to be me, right?
Yeah.
Gonna be
Me.
me.
It's gonna be me.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't think I've ever heard that full song though. I'll be completely.
You haven't?
I don't.
Stop it.
What's
Too
I
young.
haven't either, to be honest with you.
Kaylee.
Maybe I have. I just always hear that little section right there.
Especially on April 30th, you can hear it a lot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your homework for today
Okay.
is to listen to In Sync. It's gonna be May. That's your job.
It's gonna be May.
So good.
It's more than just the chorus.
What else is in that song, Tim?
Yeah, come on.
All that I do is not enough for you. I know that.
You know, you're correct. Hey, round of applause
There
for
we go.
Tim.
Okay,
See?
Tim. Woo!
See, I've always told that in the morning show, I always tell them my thing is not movies. I can't remember anything from movies. Music is kind of where I remember.
You do have. We play the name that tune game a lot. And you're
I'm pretty good at that. Yeah.
Not tooting your own horn or anything.
No, not at
Actually,
all.
you should. That's what we do here on Off the Radar.
But not saying that In Sync is like one of my bands or my genre or anything.
Oh, it is.
I
It
like to be. I like to be
lyrics,
aware
okay.
of everything. Okay?
I'm still
Boy
mad at
band
Justin
fan.
Timberlake. I can't talk about him.
Alexis,
yeah.
you know.
Oh, because
Alexis knows one group that it's kind of like a guilty pleasure of mine.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, the Spice Girls.
Yeah.
Oh,
We bond over the Spice
my
Girls.
God.
It's the music. Come on. It's the
Tell me what you want.
And Baby Spice.
Baby Spice, right?
which girl's your Spice Girl?
There's a topic for a segment. Which Spice Girl do you like? Which Backstreet Boy do you like better? That kind of thing.
I mean, we might have just added a fourth block to Off the Radar.
There you go. Somehow related to weather.
Hey,
and
Tim,
music.
if you were a spice, what spice would you be?
You're asking Tim, right?
No?
No.
Oh.
Him.
This one here.
Well, I'm definitely not Baby Spice. I'm too old for that.
No, I mean, what
Not-
spice?
Like oregano.
Spice, spice.
Oh, Spice or
Paprika.
like one of the Spice.
Like garlic or
Salt, pepper.
Salt and pepper. That's
Who said that?
Another group, yeah.
That wasn't very nice. I'll say salt
Did you just
because
call
I'm
him old?
salty right now.
No. Shit.
Oh, I see what you're
Throwing
going for.
spices
there.
out there.
Oh, she
That's
did.
something Ryan would say about me if he was here.
Old Spice?
Anyway, moving
And
on.
over for Ryan. Ryan's not here for this.
I know.
And this is Tim's
nonsense.
last episode of joining us on Off the Radar.
I'll help you, Tim. So, Kaylee, 60 tornadoes.
Yeah, Yeah.
60
Talk about a hard
in Ohio?
turn.
I am moving
off
if this
the rails.
comes true.
Well, do you remember last tornado season last
It
year in
was a lot.
2024? We saw 75 tornadoes,
75.
which was record
In
breaking
Ohio.
I
for the
think
year.
it's a big state.
It is true. That is very
Wow.
true.
I thought Tornado Alley was like Kansas, Oklahoma.
It's kind of shifting a little
moving
further
east,
east a little
okay.
bit, but yeah, we saw a lot of tornadoes last year.
Oof,
I
that's
hope
kinda
I'm wrong.
Yeah,
hope
we don't
I'm
want that
wrong.
one to
Oh,
come
yeah.
true.
And Tim, you said 80, or excuse me, Tim, you said 80s to 30s 1 week in April. How confident do you feel about that?
Well, did we do it?
For
That's what I want to know.
one time?
We got.
It was very close, I think. Did we go all the way down?
I feel like we did.
I don't
I
think
feel
we
like it
went
was very
80s to
close.
30s. We might have went 80s to like 40.
40s.
Yeah.
I think we got really, really close.
I'm going
only
to have
there
the
was-
answer here in a moment.
Oh, I didn't know if she knew the answer.
What a
Okay, she does.
tease.
But as far as Alexis goes,
I'm
Yeah,
wrong.
let me get out of the way of
clearly.
Alexis's
That
answer
happened
here.
already.
no measurable snow.
It
In
happened.
April?
I just
A
said the
year.
We didn't have, oh, in a year?
It's a wild weather. Ooh.
Ooh, it was close.
Well,
And
I
it's
mean, that
funny
could have been
'cause-
January 1st, right?
I was going to
True.
say, we definitely had some
We didn't
snow.
get that much snow, but we got a measurable amount.
That's true. It wasn't our least snowiest year this year,
Right.
season
I was
so
going to
far.
say, what
That
is
was
the
last
biggest
year.
snowstorm we had? Like 2, 3
Oh, I
inches?
believe it was 2 inches and like 2 and some change in
Okay. Right,
February.
Right, that's like nothing.
It's still
We had more
technically
ice.
measurable.
We had more ice this
Ice.
winter, I feel, than we had snow. So
So as far as the answers go, we're just kind of doing a little check-in. We'll do more check-ins, I believe, sometime maybe in September, and then of course the end of the year. So when the clicker decides to load the graphics, there we go. So Ryan, as of now, there's more freezing days than
Oh,
90-degree
okay.
days, and we've seen 27 freezing days so far for this year. So we have to see 28 days.
there's no
temperatures
way
in the
we'll get to
90s.
28, 90 days.
That's what Ryan and I were talking
Right?
about
Okay.
yesterday. We don't think it's going to be that close,
Hmm.
but we'll see.
I hope not. That's too many hot days.
Now, as far as mine go, we've seen so far 13 tornadoes in the state of Ohio. So I'm glad it's staying low for sure. I don't
Still
want it.
seems like a lot to me.
It does, especially because we're only 4, technically 5 months in.
Do
Right.
you know if that's above or below average at this time of the year?
I honestly
Tough
don't,
question to hit you
without
with.
looking it up from the National Weather Service.
Okay.
Now, Tim, I know you're sitting on the edge of your seat to
Right.
know. So, as far as yours goes, Tim, on April 16th, we saw a low of 34 degrees.
Oh.
What? You were right.
April 18th, we saw a high of 86 degrees.
Yeah.
So,
Does that count?
I acknowledge you.
The same.
that's the thing. Does it count?
Well, what did I say? 30?
30.
Exactly.
Does it have to be in the same day?
30s.
Because
Well,
this
the
is
same
what, a
week
day and a
is what
half?
I
week.
wanted.
So he
Wish it
said in a
would've
week.
Okay, I think he gets
But
give
it.
you
this is
that.
where Ryan and I
Put it
have
down.
the technicality.
This is also where Tim never wins anything on this show.
That's right.
You win, Tim.
You did lose the Golden Doppler Award.
Give it to him.
But since it was a low of 34, not a high of 34, and it was a high of 80, we're still going to give it to you.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
So,
I accept.
Well deserved. Well
Good
deserved.
job.
Thanks,
Good
Tiffany.
job.
I accept it.
And Alexis,
I'm wrong.
so we've had 17 days with measurable snow.
Oh, really?
We did.
No.
Because it
What is
added up.
measurable? Like nothing?
Measurable is a trace.
Oh.
And what was your
That's baloney.
guess again?
No measurable.
None?
wow.
I think that was more of a wish.
Did you
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
to say from July on or something?
No, I just was over this. I'm over the snow unless I'm going to snow
It was
for a
bold.
reason.
Come on.
That was a bold
We did
prediction.
this at the
supposed to
beginning of
be
the year,
wild
so I
weather
think we were
prediction.
all
Oh, okay.
ugh.
Right.
I'm the only one who went wild.
You were. I went.
Too wild, but you know.
I went what usually happens, and then the rest of you are pretty close to possibility. So you get the prize for wild.
Thank you.
That is.
Hey, there's still time.
Take it.
There's still time. Not really. There's still time in the year. But since it was just us four, we had to ask you and also Mark and Tiffany
Okay.
what your predictions were. So
Let's see.
as far as your prediction, Tim, we were talking about the hurricane season. And as
Right.
far as the Greek alphabet, the Roman numerals, talk a little bit more about your forecast.
I was just thinking, you know how you have the names of the hurricanes, and I always go, oh, is it a family member? Things like that. I don't know if you guys do that too.
Yeah.
There was one year where like my grandmother's name and my grandfather's name and a cousin's name, like all back to back. It was kind of crazy.
Oh, wow.
And they were active. Like there were
Really?
two or three of them going on at the same time. But I was thinking, unfortunately, my prediction is we will get so many named hurricanes that will go past Z And then they used to, I don't know if they still do it, but they would go to what, Greek numerals or Roman
Alpha.
numerals?
They used
if
to
you
go to
got
Greek,
past
yeah.
Z.
Yeah, it was the Greek alphabet, so like
Okay.
zeta, iota, all of that stuff. But we just found out, and I didn't even realize that they got rid of that back in 2021.
Okay, because
So-
I think the last time it happened was 2020.
I remember Hurricane Delta, and then that's where the Roman numerals came into place because you would have Delta, Roman numeral 1. So it just
Okay.
got very confusing, but from the National Hurricane Center, they kind of came up with a secondary list of names. which would be
I hope
interesting.
this doesn't happen, but
Fingers crossed.
I don't know. It was so hot in the world last year. Just never know.
It's true. Now, Tiffany, your answer, we're
Okay.
gonna have a big snowstorm.
Yeah, not that I want it, but I think I feel like because we haven't had a big snowstorm in the last few years, but we had a really big one, like what, 3 years ago, maybe now?
I think so.
Was that the 15-inch snowstorm while I was
gonna
literally
say,
shoveling my backyard
Something like that.
to give a path for our dog to get through?
What's your
I was-
measure of a big snowstorm?
Yeah.
Like 10
Yeah, give us like inches, feet. What is your
Feet.
guess?
yards?
What, do you live on the wrong side of Lake Erie or something?
Not Cleveland.
Yeah.
Oh.
So
Maybe like, I don't know, like 10 feet. Not 10 feet. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Okay.
10
that'd be
times 12,
sweet.
I'm just
120 inches of
kidding.
snow.
We'll go with 5.
5 feet.
Yeah, let's cut that down. We'll go with 5.
That
Wait,
includes like
5 feet?
the blowing and drifting
In
snow.
one
Yeah, no, yeah,
goodness.
yeah. That's gonna include that. All of
You know,
that.
that happened. That happened in Northeast Ohio.
Yeah.
Right after Thanksgiving, because we went to my wife is from Erie, and we went to Erie for Thanksgiving. Came back the same day.
That's right.
Because the huge snowstorm started, and I think they got like 60 inches of snow.
They got
Yeah.
a lot of snow.
So,
Might shift our way this year.
I think, yeah, again, the most
Imagine
we
those
saw was like
drifts, geez.
2.5 inches of snow.
we live in the
so-
best part of Lake Erie, trust me. Because when I worked in Erie, it was like 8 inches of snow at the beginning, from the beginning of my shift to the end of my work shift.
Oh my goodness.
And you just brushed it off and drove home. Everyone was used to it. So
Just casual.
we have it easy.
So instead of thinking winter time, Mark, you're talking more summertime.
I went the opposite.
What is yours? The hottest hot dog contest?
What?
Well, you know, I love food. So I thought, 4th of July, it's hot. I was just wondering if extreme hot weather would affect the eaters and limit their amount of consumption.
at the Nathan's.
And
I
yeah,
thought you were hosting.
and all the people out there watching it, I mean, they're going to have enough water. Are they going to survive? And
Is this
Joey's
going to be
not gonna
here?
make it this
can you cook
year.
a hot dog on the sidewalk? I don't know.
Maybe you just cook them on the sidewalk. Before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't looked it up, though. I wonder what the hottest temp for
July
that
4th
event.
is one of the hottest
It's-
weeks of the year.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
normally
Well, that's
pretty
where I'm
toasty.
looking at. I like that time of the year. So.
Oh, I'm ready for a
I like where you're going with this, Mark. Bring some food into it.
We'll have one here.
Yeah.
I
mean,
Oh,
might as well. That's
We're
where
always
Ryan
coming
is.
up
He's
with
off buying our
ideas.
hot dogs right
challenge
now.
accepted.
I thought he went to Japan.
Alexis
I
is
don't-
doing it.
I don't
Right,
like
yeah.
hot dogs very much, so please don't.
Well, we'll check in as far as our wild weather predictions later on.
Are you going to grade us later in the year?
I'm
Okay.
interested to see how this does so far for 2025. Tim, congratulations. You are officially in the clear.
You finally made up for that.
The Oscar thing.
Yeah.
I won.
Your
something.
doppelgangers over there.
Does he win? Does he win anything?
The Golden Doppler.
Golden Dopplers. Yeah.
You can
That
be the
rolls
running
off the
next
tongue.
year. But coming up, Tim, we're playing a fun game. Where in the weather world are we? I'll give you a hint. Ryan, help me pick this one out. There's a hint. We'll be right back right after this. All right, Radar Rangers, are you guys ready to fasten your seatbelts and take a little trip?
Yes.
Let's go.
Yes.
Let's
All right.
go, Radar Range.
Let's
That was
go.
me
Let's
fastening
go.
my seatbelt.
You guys need a theme song.
Yeah, we need to actually make a theme song.
Hey, we just
We
came
need
up with the
badges,
name.
too, man.
We're working on some stuff for the Radar
I thought maybe
Rangers.
Radarettes would be a good name, but that's too close to the
Wait.
football team.
What was that?
Radar.
Radarettes.
It's kind of
No, no,
And
no.
like
no.
not necessarily gender neutral.
Okay.
Maybe just
There's
when
the Raider
Tiffany
X
and
cheerleaders, so we
Alexis
can't.
are here. Ooh, again, off the rails. I love this.
And Weather World.
Did not expect this with Tim Miller, that's for sure. I love this.
You never know, right?
As far as our awesome We're in the Weather World game we're playing, we have a
Okay.
photo, a fact, and the forecast.
Ooh,
And
okay.
you have to kind of guess where we're going. So first off, our photo for this week is this.
Oh.
I know where that is.
Yeah.
Where do you think it is?
I think that is the Smoky Mountains near Gatlinburg, Tennessee.
Okay.
Okay.
Rangers, any guesses?
That's pretty good there.
I'm saying Japan because Ryan came up with it.
Okay, you know,
That's
I'm going
true.
to side with Alexa, Japan,
Fan.
Really?
knowing Ryan's involved.
Where's the snow?
Yeah.
Maybe there's a little bit back there.
Tiffany, Tim, you guys want to put a guess in at all?
I'm gonna go with New Zealand.
Ooh, that's a good one.
I'm gonna go with like Mongolia. I don't know.
Oh,
And then an honorary guest, Nick in audio said Dublin in our ear.
Ooh,
That could be.
Dublin? Okay.
Could
that's a
be.
good one.
Is it mountainous in Dublin, Ireland?
What?
Maybe so.
It could be. So as far as our fun fact goes, this is pretty interesting. It is the salamander capital of the world.
Yeah.
Oh, so I'm already out.
Japan. I don't know.
Capital of the world. There's a something for everywhere.
Somewhere
Right.
warm.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say it would have to be somewhere warm.
Yeah.
So maybe like the Philippines or something.
Again, it's we're in the weather
we change our
world. Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
Yeah,
if
you
you want
can
to change
say-
your
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
answer. Oh,
As the next clues come out and totally say that I'm wrong,
All right. I need to disqualify
Salamander,
Alexis.
salamander.
I just
because
looked it up.
She just looked it up in the
You can't
computer.
I'm not
that.
going to guess anymore. I just wanted, I was too curious. Why did you hear me go, oh?
Solomon
I
Islands.
saw you.
Solomon Islands.
so are none of us
I was
right
typing.
now.
Is anybody close, Alexis?
I'm not giving clues. Carry on. Carry on.
wow.
Because I already cheated. I don't want you all to cheat too.
thanks, Alexis.
I'm gonna stay with Mongolia. With this
Okay.
capital of the world.
Do you want to change any more
Wait,
answers?
No, staying.
I'm gonna say Malaysia.
Oh,
That's a good one.
Just
I'm going to
because of the
change
salad.
mine to the Solomon Islands.
No.
okay. So,
What happened?
She's saying not to change it.
No, I didn't.
Alexis, anyways,
Carry on.
and our clue number 3, our forecast, where it is right now, it's 82 with a chance of some storms.
Chance of storms. Okay.
Japan.
I said Mongolia still.
This could have been Toledo yesterday, 82 at a chance of
true.
storms,
That is
right?
true.
That is very true.
Yes,
I don't think we have
We are not
salamanders.
the
There's the
salamander
Maumee
capital of the
River.
world, though.
there's the Mud Hen Stadium.
We're the Frog City or whatever, though. Toledo is.
Close.
Japan gets kind of cold, so I don't know if they live there.
I'm gonna
Probably
stick with mine. I'll still say New Zealand.
Okay,
Do we want to change anyone else?
No.
Nah.
that we're good.
Lock it in.
Lock it. Making audio is like looking for a button now to make
How's
that
that go?
sound.
Oh,
So,
Nick changed his to Madagascar.
Nick
last
says Madagascar. Tim, you shouldn't have changed your answer.
I
It's the
was-
Smoky
I
Mountains.
get credit.
Yes.
Come on now.
You
That's
do.
why I went, ooh.
Kaylee and I both worked in Knoxville, so we know the Smokies, and you can tell by I don't know what they
Here.
call it. Isn't there some kind of name for that? Oh, thanks for taking it away.
Here we go. I'll make it a little bit bigger for you.
Oh.
Just the creases in the mountains there.
Oh,
and I think
what
there's
was
a
that
name for it. I
called?
can't remember, but
I honestly.
Well, and you know all those country songs where they're always singing about the salamanders.
Salamanders, right?
I
I
don't remember
never-
a Dolly song singing about salamanders.
Never
so.
saw a salamander in
Okay, so I shouldn't have
East
changed my
Tennessee.
answer.
Her coat of many salamanders.
We all learned something today. Wow. Never knew that.
Salamander, salamander, salamander.
working salam. No, I'm not. No.
Working.
Salamander memory.
I met Dolly. Did you meet Dolly when you were down there? when
I
you
never
worked there?
met Dolly.
I met her twice.
Did you?
You met
nice.
Dolly twice?
I
Did you take a
did,
picture
yeah.
with her?
Throw that out there.
Very in the lead.
Like it's normal.
I do. I have a picture of her somewhere.
Okay.
But then the first time I met her was at the opening for Dollywood.
Yep. She always does a big
The
media.
media
event.
thing that was really cool.
I've been to Dollywood twice, but I never met her.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's off the radar. Tim Miller.
Is she more important than Queen Elizabeth?
I think you're more important than either of them.
Probably.
Think, I don't have words for it. Sorry. But off the radar this week, Ryan will be back next week, hopefully.
If we need them.
I'm gonna come back.
This was a lot of fun. How do you feel about your first off the radar
I
experience?
want a check mark like Tim got. But although, do you guys think since I changed my answer, I don't get credit for that?
Check mark with an asterisk.
Okay, I can do that.
I think you still get credit.
Little.
You still get credit. Well,
You're
that's
being
for this-
very lenient with him, you know.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, if
we
you want me to
him,
come back,
we want
be
him
nice.
to come back. Come on, Mark.
All right, I'm just.
Okay.
Mark was a man of many words today.
You're learning a lot about Mark and the Radar Rangers. For this week's Off the Radar, we have Tim, we have Alexis, Mark, Tiffany, and other Tim Miller,
The Tim with one Tim.
Tim.
the one Tim. But thanks for hanging out with us here on Off the Radar. Have a great week, the first week of May.
Going fast.